Okay, so beats the next phenomena of wave when there are two or more waves produced in any medium. The last topic we discussed was superposition of waves. Superposition of waves means there are two different waves present in a medium, and as a result, the resultant intensity and amplitude at different point gets changed. That is constructive and destructive interference, and in YDSC also the same thing happens. Beats is a specific phenomena. Beat is when there are two waves, but they don't have exact same frequency, but similar. Right? Similar as in if there are two or more waves, maybe same, their frequencies are slightly different. Y2 is A2 sine omega 2 t. Right? A1 sine omega 1 t and A2 sine omega 2 t. Is A1 sine omega 1 t. So omega is 2.2 frequency. That means it will be 2 pi into frequency of first one. Frequency of the first one 2 My internet is very unstable today, so I switched to the another network. Yeah, that's the okay. Two sound waves, almost similar frequency, एक साथ जब produce करते हैं, there is a periodic rise and fall in the intensity, and this phenomena is called beats. Periodic rise and fall in intensity is defined as beat. So जब भी कोई musical concert होता है, then all the sound instruments have to be first tuned together. intensity is called beats. So after a gradual time, after a regular interval of time, we get sudden rise. All the musical sounds will be in the same phase, so intensity become quite high. And likewise, when they're in opposite phase, intensity become quite less. Those two rise and fall. So like it is going normal wave, suddenly there is a rise, and then normal wave, suddenly there is a fall. So like that. So this is a beats phenomena. After a regular interval of time, there is a periodic rise and fall. Correct. So this phenomena is defined as beats, and beat is because there are two waves which started together, but because of their different omega, because of their different frequency, they go on a different path. After a certain time, when they come in the same phase again, they will become the same phase again. Amplitude will become maximized. Like पहले wave के लिए amplitude is a1 and it is the phasor diagram. It will be having an angular velocity of omega 1, right? The first wave phasor diagram के से हम समझ रहे हैं. The second wave का phasor है a2 and its angular velocity is omega 2. T is equal to 0. They are in the same position with respect to a2. If we check a1, so a2 is in a state of rest, और a1 started moving with the relative angular velocity. एक के रेस्पेक्ट में जब दूसरे को देखते हैं तो पहले वाले को रेस्पेक्ट कर सकते हैं. And now the relative angular velocity will become omega 1 minus omega 2. The relative angular velocity of a1 with respect to a2 is omega 1 minus omega 2. So ये फिर से same phase में कब आएगा? After the complete rotation of 2 pi. एंगुलर वेलोसिटी पता है, सो टाइम पीरियड ऑफ बीट्स, यानी कितने टाइम के बाद वो फिर से मिलेंगे, सो दैट दे विल बी इन सेम फेज. व्हेन दे आर इन सेम फेज, अगेन देयर विल बी अ वेरी हाई intensity is 2 pi by omega. Omega is omega 1 minus omega 2. Now this relative velocity omega r gives the time period. After this time interval, these waves will be meeting in the same phase, so there will be an increase in intensity. Because of that, we can now calculate the frequency. Frequency is 1 by time period. Frequency of beats will be 1 upon time period of beats, and that will be omega 1 minus omega 2 divided by 2 pi. Omega is 2 pi into frequency. Omega is 2 pi into frequency. So omega 1 by 2 pi becomes omega 1 by 2 pi is f1 minus f2. करेक्ट. फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ बीट्स, अगर पहले वेव की फ्रीक्वेंसी है 200, दूसरे वेव की 195, then the frequency of beat will be 5 beat per second. That means in 1 second 5 time it will be periodic rise and fall. And this rise and fall has a special name in musical language: waxing and waning. Waxing is for rise and waning is for fall. So this will be mod. Mod means the one which is bigger in greater in magnitude. उससे छोटे वाले को माइनस कर देंगे. So if there are two tuning forks, एक की फ्रीक्वेंसी है 200 हर्ट्ज, दूसरे की फ्रीक्वेंसी है 195. इनिशियली दोनों को ट्यून करते हैं, मींस सेम फेज सेम टाइम they started producing sound, but because of having a little difference in their time period due to change in frequency, they won't be going together. After a certain time they will again meet in same phase, again there will be rise. So this number of beats produced by this will be 200 minus 195, which is 5 hertz. So that means 5 beats per second will be obtained if these two tuning forks are sounded together in any medium. So advantage of the beats phenomena or beat experiment is that we find the unknown source frequency with the help of beat experiment. So if we have to find the frequency of some unknown source, we use the beats experiment. We can use the beat experiment of unknown source. Like one of the tuning fork, we know what is the frequency. The other tuning fork, we don't know what is the frequency. We can determine the frequency of that unknown source with the help of beats experiment. So, like as an example, a known an unknown tuning fork जिसकी हमें frequency नहीं पता है is sounded with it's sounded with a tuning fork of frequency 250 hertz. 250 hertz. It produces 6 beats. Excuse me. It produces 6 beats. Now, it says that if suppose so what we get here, from here we get two values. We'll not get the actual frequency, but we get two possible frequency. The frequency of known tuning fork is 250. The frequency of unknown tuning fork, there are two possibility, 250 plus minus 6. So either it can be 244 hertz or it will be 256 hertz. Any of the two value it can take. Now, which value is correct? We need to verify by doing one more step of the experiment. And for that we have to change a little bit. So suppose this tuning fork which was known, we do some change. Frequency of tuning fork, because it produces the transverse wave, the formula was 1 upon 2L root T by mu. यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा कुछ nut bolt होता है. If we tighten it, then it will increase the tension. So it increases the tension, that means frequency increases. So if tension is increased, or we can load it with wax on this tuning fork. The candle wax is loaded and it is uniformly spread. So when it is loaded with the wax, what happens? Length remains same and mass has slightly increased because of the mass of that wax. Due to which also there will be effect. And what will be the effect? On loading with wax, mass increases, mass per unit length increases, frequency will decrease. On increasing tension, tension increases, which increase in frequency, and therefore or we can file it with a filer or sandpaper. With that, the mass will slightly reduce. If mass slightly reduces, that means the frequency will increase because it is inversely proportional to mu, right? So on loading with wax, the second step that we did, the on loading the source S1, that known source, with wax, number of beats reduces to 4 only. So second step mein we did some change. On loading with wax, what will happen here is that हम दोनों में से किसी को भी कर सकते हैं. I deliberately took at S1 because mostly question में S2 पे होता है. So on loading this S1 with wax, अब S1 की frequency, it was 250, it will become 250 minus certain, right? Now possible frequencies of the second is 244 or 256. With which of the two value it is possible to give 4 beats? Again, किसी पे भी wax load कर सकते हैं. In the usually question S2 is loaded. I just took S1 so that we can understand how to do. If S1 is loaded with wax, S1 frequency reduces. So suppose it become 250 to 250 minus X. Now, if we compare with 244, is this difference will be greater than 4 or greater than 6 or less than 6? Vedika, what will be the difference between 250 minus X and 244? Vedika, you understood what I'm asking? Tuning fork on loading with wax, frequency reduced from 250 to 250 minus x. 250 minus x minus 44, 244 become 6 minus x. इसमें 256 बड़ा है, 256 से इसको अगर सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे तो ये आ जाएगा 6 plus x. So if the actual frequency is 244, only then there is a chance for number of beats to reduce. Number of beats are getting reduced on loading with wax. That means the only possible option of frequency for the second source is 244. On loading with wax, mu increases. Mu increases means mass per unit length decreases. Mass per unit length increases, frequency decreases. So अगर ये 250 था, ये हो गया 250 से 250 minus x, which gives number of beats 6 minus x. So as a result, the number of beats has reduced. It has become 6 minus x from 6. इस क्वेश्चन में भी कुछ ऐसे ही था, 6 beats पहले थे और अभी 4 मिल रहे हैं. If suppose the question would have told that on loading with wax, the number of beats become 8. So number of beats अगर 8 हो गए, then that means it will be the second possible scenario where the number of beats are increasing. So it will be kind of a little data interpretation. From the given value you have to choose what are the possible options of frequency, and then you have to do one more step to check which of the two possible frequency it can take. If the number of beats is reduced, then that means it has to be 244. If number of beats are increased, then it will be 256. तो इसके ना बुक में कुछ ऐसा भी लिखा होता है लोडिंग वैक्स रिड्यूसेस, तो वो बेसिकली इसलिए गड़बड़ हो जाता है कभी कभी, बिकॉज अभी जैसे S1 पे लोड किया है, it is also possible that we load S2 with wax. This example is clear. So what is the correct frequency? The frequency of the second source, the frequency of unknown source must be 244 hertz. Only then it is satisfying both the criteria. Initially 6 beats. On loading S1 with wax, it will give 4 beats. Correct? Okay, next scenario on the similar side type. So I'm just writing directly. There is a source of known frequency 300, and there is another unknown source. This frequency is not known, but when sounded together, it produced 4 beats. When sounded together, it produced 4 beats. Now S2 is loaded with wax. When S2 is loaded with wax, it produces 4 beats again. S2 is loaded with wax. It produces 4 beats again. Find the actual frequency of unknown source. Find the frequency of source S2. Harsh?
Yes, sir.
Right. Understood the last example? पिछले में क्या किया हमने?
हाँ सर, आपने वैक्स डाला वो उसमें.
तो कैसे करना है ये समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this case थोड़ी कहानी में twist है because पहले भी 4 थे और अभी भी 4 है. So what is the initial possible option of frequency? It will be 300 plus minus 4. So either it can be 304 hertz or it can be 290. On loading with wax, it again says that it produces the same number of beats. How is it possible? हमने wax load किया, इसका मतलब इसका mass बढ़ा दिया तो frequency कम हो जानी चाहिए. Again, how many beats are obtained? 4. Again, possible value of frequency is either 296 or 304. How is it possible? Frequency decreases or must decrease. So is it possible or is there something wrong? How is it possible? How this situation is possible that even before wax loading, it has same 4 number of beads. After the wax loading, it again gives the same number of beads. This is possible when initially it would have been 304,
और बाद में
and
296.
loading the wax, it reduces it exactly to 296. Soumya? Soumya? Are you there? No, she left. Fine. So number of beats becomes 4 again. So that means it was initially 304. On loading the wax, it changes to 296. So number of beats पहले भी 4 थे, because 304 and 300 difference is 4. 296 and 300 difference is 4. So similarly, sonometer wire and all the other experiments also based upon the beat phenomena. Like the sonometer wire, when the length is 20 centimeter, when the length of sonometer wire is 20 centimeter,
सर
it produces. हाँ बेटा,
सर मतलब पहले वाले में सर वैक्स लोड करने से पहले 304 था ना, उसके बाद
पहले
296.
304 था. Yes, yes, yes. When on loading with wax, it has reduced or reduced होके वो exactly 296 हो गया. So that difference between the frequencies is still 4.
Yes.
So this question says there is a known tuning fork. It produces 4 beats with a sonometer wire, 4 beats with 20 centimeter length of wire in sonometer. And it produces 1 beat when the length becomes 21 centimeter. So if the length of wire is increased to 21 centimeter, the number of beats reduces to 1. The number of beats reduces to 1. When length is increased to 21 centimeter. क्या system है इसमें? Like what are the logic here? जब हमने length increase किया किसी भी tuning for sonometer wire का, what will happen is the frequency formula was 1/2L root T by mu. So frequency is inversely proportional to length. It's the same wire, so same tension and same frequency, same linear mass density. So speed will be same, mu will be same. Frequency is changing because of change in length. अगर पहले इसमें 4 beats मिल रहे थे, initially there are 4 beats, so the possible option of frequency of this tuning fork is this sonometer wire is या तो ये f+4 होगा या फिर f-4. Before with 20 centimeter length, there are 4 beats, so frequency difference has to be 4. It will be either f+4 or it will be f-4. Second, again in this new situation, when 21 centimeter number of beat is 1, either it will be f+1 or it should be f-1. और हमने length बढ़ाई है, or increasing length frequency should decrease. Frequency is decreasing, that means either it is changing from f+4 to f+1 or it is changing f+4 to f-1. There are 2 possible situations. It was initially f+4 and now it has changed to f+1, or it is possible that initially it would have been f+4 and now changed to f-1. But it cannot be f-4 because f-4 say both of these are greater, which is not possible to increase the frequency on increasing the length. Frequency of sonometer wire is inversely proportional to length. So f+4 थी 20 centimeter के साथ, f+1 आ गए 21 के साथ. So f+4 divided by f+1, this will be inversely proportional, so 21 by 20. This is the possible equation by which we can find out the equation. find out the frequency. Cross multiply कर लो 21f plus 21 is 20f plus 80. F is equal to how much? 49. It can be 49 hertz. Sorry, 49, 59, 59. It will be 59 hertz. और second scenario is possible कि पहले f plus 4 हो और बाद में f minus 1. That is inversely proportional to 21f minus 21 is 20f plus 80. So another scenario is 101 hertz. Frequency of the unknown. Frequency of this unknown tuning fork may be 59 or 101 hertz. दोनों में both satisfy the criteria of producing four beats with 20 centimeter and one beat with 21 centimeter. Right? The number of beats obtained will be difference in frequency, or increasing the length of sonometer wire, the frequency has to decrease. So it can be from f plus 4 to f plus 1, or it can be from f plus 4 to f minus 1. Any of the two scenarios is possible. Number of beats. We can calculate with this. So beat experiment, we used to find the frequency of unknown source. Next is the Doppler's effect. Doppler's effect is the apparent change in the observed frequency due to the relative motion. जितनी speed से जितनी frequency की wave produce की थी, the observed frequency will be different because of the relative motion. Apparent shift का मतलब actual में shift नहीं हो रही है, वो frequency उतनी ही है जितनी पहले थी. The apparent shift or change in frequency observed due to relative motion between the source and observer. Due to relative motion between source and observer. So source and observer, and this relative motion should be along the line joining their center, along the line joining them. So for example, there is some source and there is another observer. Observer is at rest initially, source is at rest. So जितनी frequency के source ने sound produce किए, the same frequency will be obtained. The same frequency source sound will be obtained when they are at rest. The speed of sound is v. V is the velocity of sound or speed of sound. Now, if in the case source and observer or any one of them or both are moving towards each other or away from each other, velocity of source Vs, velocity of sound observer is V. So as we are saying that the observed frequency is changing, but overall frequency is not changing, overall wavelength is not changing. Sound वही है जो पहले थी, only because the person has started running, उसको wave थोड़ी सी जल्दी मिलने लग जाएगी because its relative velocity has increased, and as a result this frequency obtained will be greater. Time कम हो गया, so observed frequency will be slightly increased. सोर्स या ऑब्जर्वर अगर एक दूसरे की तरफ जा रहे हैं तो जितनी डिस्टेंस जितने टाइम के बाद वे मिलनी चाहिए थी उससे पहले मिलने लग जाएगी. इफेक्टिव टाइम पीरियड हैज रिड्यूस्ड, ओवरऑल फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑब्जर्व्ड हैज इंक्रीज्ड. एंड इसको हम फिर कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? सिंस लैम्डा प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द सोर्स will be same as lambda observed by the observer, साउंड का सोर्स के रिस्पेक्ट में देखोगे तो जितनी उसने जो जिस तरह की साउंड प्रोड्यूस की थी सेम वेवलेंथ विल बी ऑब्टेन्ड। मीडियम में वो सेम है, केवल ऑब्जर्वर के लिए इट हैज चेंज ड्यू टू द रिलेटिव मोशन ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन। लैम्डा ऑफ सोर्स कैसे निकालेंगे? सिंस स्पीड इज फ्रीक्वेंसी इनटू वेवलेंथ, लैम्डा आ जाएगा। सो ये अगर हम सोर्स की बात करें, स्पीड ऑफ साउंड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू सोर्स डिवाइडेड बाय फ्रीक्वेंसी। अब सोर्स है तो जिसने एक्चुअल फ्रीक्वेंसी प्रोड्यूस की वही वाली लेंगे, इज इक्वल टू लैम्डा ऑब्जर्व्ड। लैम्डा ऑब्जर्व्ड का मतलब वेलोसिटी ऑफ साउंड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑब्जर्वर divided by frequency observed. This is a formula that we derived for the observed frequency when source and observer are moving or when there is a relative motion. Cross multiply velocity of observed, sorry, frequency of observed sound will be velocity of sound with respect to observer divided by velocity of sound with respect to source multiply by actual frequency. Sound is same, but the observed frequency is different because of the motion between the source and observer that has caused the observed frequency to be different from the actual frequency produced. Right? Okay, so बस हम इसी एक फॉर्मूले से सारे केसेस को कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. In all the possible scenario, we can find out the frequency observed. Fine. So example, observed frequency in this previous case, जिसमें दोनों एक दूसरे की तरफ जा रहे हैं, source and observer, if they both are moving towards each other, sound will always be towards the observer from the source. ऊपर वाले फॉर्मूले को यूज करते हैं. Observed frequency का फॉर्मूला velocity of sound with respect to observer. So sound and observer opposite direction में होंगे तो relative velocity ऐड हो जाएगी. Velocity of sound with respect to source same direction में है तो subtract हो जाएगी. V minus Vs into F naught. Observed frequency is velocity of sound with respect to observer divided by velocity of sound with respect to source times the actual frequency. That actual frequency is F naught. Correct? साउंड की वेले में डायरेक्शन प्लॉट करनी है, वो हमेशा होगी सोर्स से ऑब्जर्वर की तरफ, एंड फ्रॉम दैट वी कैन फाइंड आउट दैट द डायरेक्शन इन व्हिच वेव इज मूविंग. अकॉर्डिंगली वी कैन फाइंड. अब सपोज इसी में कुछ और केस बन जाता है, सोर्स इज मूविंग अवे एंड ऑब्जर्वर इज चेजिंग, सोर्स इज मूविंग अवे एंड ऑब्जर्वर इज चेजिंग हिम. साउंड तो ऑब्जर्वर के लिए सोर्स की तरफ से आ रही होगी. This is velocity of sound. Velocity of sound with respect to observer. So second scenario may be because sound and observer are in opposite direction. V plus VO. Sound and source is also in opposite direction. V plus VS times F1. So जो भी केस होगा हम सारे केसेस में इसी एक फॉर्मूले से frequency observed we will calculate. We can calculate. There is no need to learn all 6-7 cases क्योंकि बहुत सारे possible permutation combination है. Source भाग रहा है, observer chase कर रहा है, observer is running, source is chasing. All these cases, they both are moving towards each other, they both are moving away from each other, like that. So in all these cases, we can find the observed frequency by using this same formula. But in all these cases, the velocity component should be along the line joining them, along the line joining source and observer. अगर observer और source एक दूसरे के तरफ नहीं है, they are at certain angle alpha, and velocity of source is at an angle beta, In this scenario, sound direction किधर होगी? What is the direction of sound? Vishal, what is the direction of sound? Towards right or towards left? इसमें sound की direction किधर है?
Towards left.
Towards
Source.
left. Towards is
Source.
on the right. So it will be towards left. Now we have to determine what is the velocity of observer. So it is not VO because VO is not the component of velocity along their line joining their centers. It is VO cos alpha. So when we say the velocity of observer, we have to consider the velocity by which their separation is decreasing or increasing along the component of velocity along the line joining them is VO cos alpha, and the component of source velocity which is along the line joining them is VS cos beta. Frequency observed will be V plus VO cos alpha divided by V minus Vs cosine beta times F naught. When the source and observer are not moving along the same line, we have to use the component of velocity along the line joining this side. Correct? Okay. So observed frequency if alpha beta is 90 degrees, so cos 90 is 0. Like suppose source is at the center and observer is moving on a circular path, it will not observe any change in the frequency. The same frequency as produced, same frequency will be obtained. F observed will also be equal to FO because alpha is 90 degrees, so there will not be any change. But if the source is outside, if the source is outside the circle, this is the source and an observer is moving on the circular path. So when they are at this point A and B, observer is at point A and B, it will satisfy the previous case only. There will not be any change in the frequency observed, but the maximum frequency. So where will the maximum frequency? When the source and observer are moving towards each other with the maximum speed. When it has the maximum relative velocity along the line joining, and that will be along the tangential. So when the observer is at point O, it is towards the line joining source. It is towards the line joining source and observer. Sound will be from source towards observer. So at point C, the frequency obtained will be maximum, and that maximum frequency will be. So it becomes the case when source and observer are moving towards each other, V plus VO divided by V times FO. Likewise, when they are moving away from each other, their point will be having a minimum frequency observed. Minimum frequency is V minus VO divided by V times FO. Maximum and minimum frequency when, so it can be the other way around, observer is outside and source is moving on a circle. The result would have been same, scenario will be exactly same. So this is the Doppler's effect. Doppler's effect is also observed in the light that we have done in class 12. The red shift and blue shift is because of this phenomena of change in relative motion between the star and the earth. Next case is beats and Doppler's effect combined together. So when the sound wave is reflected, it might have change in the frequency, and that's how another possibility of Doppler effect, that we can have a shift in the frequency. So Doppler's effect, and beats. So because of the Doppler effect, there will be shift in frequency, and because of that small shift in frequency, the beats will be observed. So three situations, three possible cases. Suppose there is a car driver and he is driving a car towards a hill. As a result, the sound wave will be reflected back, also called as echo. Echo के लिए कुछ 17.5 centimeters ज़्यादा distance होनी चाहिए. This car is moving with, let's say, velocity v1, and there is a hill. There are three persons. एक तो उसका driver ही है, which is inside. One person B is behind the car, another person C is in between the hill and the car. So we have to find the frequency observed by beats observed by these three persons A, B, and C. A is the driver of the car, B जो पीछे रेस्ट पे खड़ा हुआ है, C जो आगे दोनों के बीच में रेस्ट पे खड़ा हुआ है. We need to find out how much is the number of how many beats are obtained by these three persons. पहले A के लिए लेते हैं. For A, which is inside the car, so ये कार का ड्राइवर ही है. इसके लिए there is no relative motion for the direct sound. क्योंकि जितनी वेलोसिटी से कार मूव हो रही है सोर्स, सेम वेलोसिटी सेम डायरेक्शन ही इज आल्सो मूविंग. So therefore for him direct frequency obtained will be same as the frequency produced, because there is no relative motion between the source and the observer. Both are inside the car only. Correct? Second possibility. When this sound goes, it reflects from the hill and then comes back. That reflected sound, will be have a slightly different frequency. Why it has different frequency? Because जैसे जैसे कार आगे की तरफ जा रही है, the reflected sound which is coming in opposite direction can be assumed from the mirror image of this car. Just like a normal plane mirror, if you run towards the mirror, the image also run towards you, or it also runs towards the mirror in opposite direction. Same, if car is moving with velocity v1, the image will also be moving with the same velocity v1 but opposite direction. So for the reflected sound, for the reflected wave, the source is this one. Reflected wave के लिए this image of car becomes source, and the actual car के अंदर जो person बैठा हुआ that become observer. Source and observer are moving towards each other and sound की direction आ गई अभी opposite. Reflected sound के लिए sound की direction भी reverse होगी. Sound and observer in opposite direction. V and V1 are in opposite direction. V and V1 from the same direction. The driver inside the car doesn't observe any beat because of the direct sound of the car, but the sound which is getting reflected from the hill, there will be change in the frequency, and that change in frequency will cause the beats to appear. Number of beats will be F2 minus. Yes, is that clear? When the car driver of the car is observing the beats, he will find these many number of beats. अब आते हैं B के लिए, the person who is standing behind the car. For person B, इसको solve कर लोगे तो I think it comes out 2 times V1 divided by V minus V1 into F naught. But formula याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है, आपको concept याद करना है because situation may change. Why there is a beat? Because there is a change in frequency. Why there is a change in frequency? Because for the reflected sound, the wave direction has changed. Right. अब आते हैं B के लिए. B who is behind the car. For him, the car is moving away. कार जा तो आगे तक रही थी, इन कार के साउंड जो उसको सुनाई पड़ेगी वो अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में, साउंड प्रोपेगेट इन ऑल द डायरेक्शन. Velocity of sound with respect to observer. This is the frequency of direct sound. Sound and observer. So observer is at rest and source is moving away. V divided by source is moving away. When we move in opposite direction, then frequency, then speed is added. So V upon V plus V1 times S. Frequency which is obtained directly, जो कार से direct उसके पास horn आ रहे हैं. And there's another frequency which is after getting reflected. Frequency of the reflected sound. Reflected sound के लिए again the source is this one. क्या होगा इस केस में? Source is moving towards, observer is at rest. और अभी sound की direction भी इधर ही आ गई. It will be V, velocity of sound with respect to observer divided by sound with respect to source. Same direction में है तो separate कर लेंगे. The number of beats obtained by this person B, number of beats by the person who is standing on the road. Driver के लिए number of beats, same frequency direct sound is same frequency because there is no relative motion. For this person, the observer as well as source both are moving in a different direction. Frequency obtained is different, therefore there will be beat. So V divided by V minus V1 F naught minus third is the person C who is between the hill and the car. For that person, how many beats will be obtained? The person who is between the hill and the car. Car is the source, he is the observer at rest. Sound is from source towards observer, the direct sound. B divided by V minus V1. into F naught. Frequency of reflected sound. For the reflected sound, the source is the image of that car. It will again be V1 or source बन गया अभी ये. Now again source is moving towards observer. Now also source is moving towards observer, so it will be again, because now for the reflected sound is direction is this. V upon V minus V1, because still it is moving in the same direction. दोनों की frequency same है, so how many beats will be obtained? 0. Number of beats obtained? 0. No beats will be obtained by this person C, who is inside in between the hill and the car. These are the cases of the Doppler's effect with combined beats. Same direction, same velocity. There is no change in apparent velocity, apparent frequency. There will not be no beats obtained for person C. The driver of the car, direct velocity is same as frequency, and the frequency of the reflected sound is the frequency of reflected sound wave is calculated by this reflection formula. Okay, so A, B, C, these are the three cases by which we can find out what is the velocity, what is the frequency of sound wave reflect. तो अभी हमने कॉन्सेप्ट वाइज थ्योरी वाइज ये चैप्टर कर लिया है. हमने काफी सारी चीज एक साथ कर ली है. ऑसिलेशन एंड वेव्स के क्वेश्चंस करने चाहिए हमें, बिकॉज दैट्स अ वेरी 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 क्रूशियल चैप्टर, एंड हैविंग 3 to 4 questions and easy chapter also. So I'm sharing one worksheet DPP, and we will solve question जितना भी time बचा है today and next class also. Yeah, first oscillation and then need. So I'm sharing in your group. This is for need, but it is of the J level also, so you can use the same for J as well as NEET. Right, oscillation and waves also I'm sending. So ये दोनों आपको करने हैं, and we have covered both of them together, as it is a very important chapter. ठीक है, so you can join the maths class also. Sir has think started the meeting. Oscillation and waves, these two topics we can discuss in the next class first before starting the class 12th revision.
सर आज 5:30 है ना डाउट्स के लिए.
हाँ मुझे मैसेज कर देना, मतलब I am free between 5:30 to 6:30 or so. There are others also be for doubts, so if you want you can come offline or online as well. Send me
ऑनलाइन भी है
doubts
सर, बिकॉज बहुत कम ही है, इतना ज्यादा नहीं है.
हाँ तो ऑनलाइन ही कर लेना फिर, कोई
हाँ.
मुझे भेज देना पहले व्हाट्सएप पे, वी कैन शेयर यू लिंक.
ठीक है, व्हाट्सएप पे आपको भेज दो ना डाउट्स.
हाँ पहले व्हाट्सएप पे भेज देना,
हम्म.
then I'll start a meeting and we can have class.
ओके सर,
Okay then, thank you. Bye.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, sir.